So, yes, after looking into it, which, by the way, we'll go back to another episode, we can go no further in the Reverie corridor until we beat
Trial door
the game.
presented.
So, cool. Trial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. We do not have the 7th. The required character. None of these characters are at the required level, I see. So we're not really boosting up anybody. You know what? We could do all this stuff post game, though. I know it might help right now, strengthen us right now, but I think we're gonna do most of the stuff post game because the Reverie corridor is a big thing in the post game. So I think it's just what we're gonna do. But the amount of side content we have to do back in Crossbell right now is actually starting to get a little insane. But we can do all the Vantage Masters later, we can do everything later. Pom Pom Party, the whole kit and caboodle. I don't
Trade Phantasmal
know if I get
Shards.
any more RP.
Confirming rank points accumulated.
Ah, you... So close. So close. But yeah, I think we're just gonna do that after. We're gonna go do some of the side content back in Crossbell. You'll likely see a quick pause for me real quick. Momentarily. Alright, we are going right, we're going back real quick. Fuck. Buttons. Thank you. We gotta go back to the corridor just for a second. There's a fish to catch that I completely forgot about. We go catch fish. Can't believe I almost forgot about the fucking fish, bro. That would have been bad.
I bet.
Yeah, you bet you could catch fish. I bet you could do it.
This will be good.
That's not a fish. That's fucking shark. That's fucking huge. Come on, this should be it. That's a fucking shark, bro. Probably catching sharks.
Look at the size of this baby.
Yeah, that's pretty large. We still got a few to catch. We still got a few to catch. I don't need the controls, thank you very much. There's a chest that I want to go get to that I know I definitely forgot. The Mains Mountain Path. Mains Mining Village. We're gonna go to the Mains Mining Village real quick. Since we're now allowed to explore fucking everything, and then I'll follow the guide from there.
We owe a lot to the people.
Yes, we do, and I'll probably have to come back here eventually to do some side stuff. Your party setup has changed. Unlike when you were in town and lived with a party, all party members can be used on the main road when in dungeons. Please check the members of your party. It's definitely gonna be Rain and Altina and Lloyd and where's Ren? Where's Ren? And Ren, and you're off the party, and I'm probably gonna try to put on a couple people that still need some levels. Elliot's gotten quite a few from me doing this. But Elliot, Nadia's probably off the party. I'll go with Muse. I'm going with this for my core 4 regardless. You're probably off the team for now, and I can stick on... Actually, I probably will need you at some point, and Risha, just for some levelings. In order, your party, you must open the menu, blah blah blah. We should be able to use a bike here. Yeah, I'll teach anybody who doesn't know how to ride. Try it if you want. You can ride the bike on the main map now. Look at that shit.
Time to ride.
At endgame, and we're learning how to do new things. So, the chest that I never got was up here. Right fucking here. Because I should have now a certain amount of chests. Overall achievements. I have 152, and I can't remember what the game tells me I'm supposed to have at well, what the guide tells me I'm supposed to have at this point. It might be more than that. Make sure to follow closely. So, there's gonna be a lot of shit to fucking do, bro. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shit to fucking do. Another quick pause, because apparently my phone's about to die, and I don't have my charger with me. Alright, we are back in business again with a charging phone. So, Crossbell City. We're probably gonna start with Orcus Tower. So we gotta go back. Oh, the game is just bugging. Oh. West Street? Geofront. No, not West Street. It's on the entertainment. East Street. It's on East Street. Oh, Orcus Tower. Right there. Oh, rooftop. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Random conversations. I don't really care about the random conversations, I guess. We want to go to floor 35 to get Gaius's second page with a conversation with the group. The random conversations, I think we're probably going to end up skipping. All finished with your meeting? Yes, thankfully. We have the general gist of the operation. Now it's time to go over them with each division and organization. The RMP will also be providing the necessary supplies for the operation. The majority of the weapons and munitions have already been delivered. Rest assured that the remaining supplies will arrive in time for the mission. Even with the help, I will be lying if I said our chances of success are high. Okay. We'll have to work together better than ever to overcome the odds again. I probably read it wrong. I'll do everything I can to make this work as both this operations commander and as one coordinating with the other nations. I heard you were using your NGO connections to share information with the other countries. You're a real lifesaver. Neither my grandfather nor I have had the opportunity to do that given the circumstances. But please, I'm only doing what I can to help. Speaking of connections, have you heard anything from Arteria Gaius? Yes, the Church has decreed both the Retributive Tower and Elysium are special exceptions that warrant an intervention. They may be the exact opposites of artifacts in the sense they could have only been produced in present times, but the other dominions have been mobilized to keep the chaos from spreading through the neighboring countries nonetheless. That's interesting, but not an unwelcome news. Agreed, the operation is a very fly-by-night operation, but it might just succeed with the cooperation of so many different collaborators. That said, none are more key than your team. Make sure you're all ready for what's ahead. We will be, Commander. Yes, ma'am, we'll prepare as thoroughly as possible in the time before the operation. We won't leave with any regrets. Or so we say. So, Administrative District. Next, talk to Emma, Elliot, and Crow and crew. I'm just gonna go to the central area of the Entertainment District. So, where is the crew at? Hey, yo. It made it seem like they were all in one little group. Talk to Emma, Elliot, Crow, and Scarlet. Add page 1 of Scarlet's character notes and page 2 to Emma, Elliot's. Oh. Administrative, not Entertainment District. What the fuck am I doing? We will be going back, but what the fuck was I doing, and what the fuck was I reading? There. Celine as well. What are y'all up to, Emma? Is this related to that dance? It is. We were just investigating the effects of its curse-like power. Elliot and I bumped into them while patrolling around the city. I was also looking into how the citizens are faring as I was following the flow of the septium veins. The brainwashing has mostly vanished now, that the Supreme Leader has been removed and the mask has been destroyed. That's a relief to hear. I'm more worried about how you're doing. Has the assimilation phenomenon gotten any worse since the last time we spoke? No, it's not a problem for now, at least. At least. I can still control my power, too. Is this really all because you faced off with your doppelganger? Nothing like this happened to Rufus. That's what's got me so confused. Not only did that other Reen's appearance bug me, but there was something off about him. He was bizarrely lifelike. I can't shake the feeling that he wasn't just a copy. I think you're right. Why would Reen be a special case? There has to be something to it. I'd imagine it's because he has a key role when it comes to the tower, but I couldn't say anything beyond that. Regardless, I agree that there's something ominous at work that we're missing. Whoever the imposter is, we'll have to face him eventually if he's going to block our path. And when we do, we'll have to fight not just to save Rain, but the entire world. Yeah, no pressure. We did manage to overcome even the Great Twilight. We could do this. If you feel like anything about your conditions changed, you had better tell us. Don't worry, I will. Thanks, everyone. Listen to you all. Listen to you all. Oh, okay. As saccharine as ever? As saccharine? I don't fucking know. But then again, here I am, helping to save the world too. Life sure is strange. Hey, Sea, or Crow, I suppose. Neither of us can afford to die out here. We need to keep living for the sake of our lost comrades. There's still a lot of sin to atone for. You're preaching to the choir, sister. I already died once, so I'm not going to waste my second chance. Let's get this done and make our old friends proud. You know, it's quite true. Head inside the Civic Center and talk to Eustace and Maki's group for a little scene. You'll get page 2 of Eustace's character notes. Important! Talk to Milliam again to get the page 2 to her notes. So we gotta talk to Milliam twice, the rest once. Gotcha. This is where we're gonna get most of the rest of our side ship. It's in these next, probably, I'm gonna say, quite a bit of episodes. Adios. I could care less about that Dino. Speaker McDowell and crew. Oh, hey guys. It's good to see you all. Same to you, sir. We're going around getting ready for the operation right now. Are you exchanging information with our fellows from the Empire? That's right. I wanted to learn about the situation there directly. I'm happy you chose to speak with us, too. To put it simply, the destruction of Juno has everyone in the Empire in a state of shock. Dad has issued a statement and is appealing for calm through radio broadcasts, but it's a lot to ask at times like these. I can confirm that the 4 great houses have just had their own remote conference as well. They have all agreed to do what they can to keep the country calm, with Marquis High Arms, Ragnar, and Ballard taking charge. But they will only be able to keep things in check for so long, especially when it comes to people's feelings. That's true. With the war so fresh in people's memories, it's hard to imagine everyone not feeling angry about what happened. Yeah, and that anger is going to be directed at the United Nation, and by that, I mean Crossbell. Right now, it sounds like people are more confused than mad, but that's likely going to change in time. I would certainly wager so, but if people start taking a hard stance on Crossbell, that's only going to play right into the enemy's hands. Humans are so foolish. Why point the finger at Crossbell for this when the United Nation is clearly to blame? Of course, the very idea of a United Nation is a clear symbol of humanity's foolishness in itself. I say that fully aware, it is very much something that I would think of. Well, at least you're honest about it. You sure you want to be the one to say that? You truly are unbelievable, Rufus. I don't know, I like seeing how he seems to finally have given the specter of his past the boot. I would not be so sure about that. Regardless, Mr. Speaker, well, I will admit this suggestion comes from a man as foolish as any other. If you truly love Crossbell, you must follow your heart and walk the road you believe in without ever hesitating. People harbor more than just foolishness inside, and there is a sort of trust that can come from using one another too. So I would suggest you use any means you can to make your hopes a reality, including using us for your own ends. Gosh, haha, that's encouraging to hear from you. Honestly, one day you will learn to be straight with your feelings. He's right though, feel free to involve us in achieving your goals however you wish. We will be happy to contribute. Perhaps you are alright. Then allow me to tell you exactly what shape my dream of the future takes. I wish for Crossbell to be a state that works for harmony hand in hand with its neighbors, and not one that asserts itself over them. With so many people from other countries cooperating with us now, it feels as though my dream has already been half granted. But our goal is yet to be fully achieved. So I hope I can continue to count on you to help bring about a future where we can stride ahead side by side. Of course. Because why the fuck not, eh? Rivers really has changed while hanging out with you kids, you know that? I was caught off guard when I had my Arcus 2 stolen in the capital, but now I wish I could have gotten to know you all better. Oh, I've got an idea. I know the tastiest crepe shop ever. Let's go together when we have the chance. It goes without saying that we'll be dragging Eustace and Rufus along with their treat. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Delightful even. Sure is, it's decided then. What was that I heard about our treat? And aren't you getting ahead of yourself? We still have a mission to complete first. Oh, come on. You know we're going to find a way to pull this through somehow. So be it. If you're that confident, then I will be glad to treat everyone. Rufus? Are you being serious? Yes. It would be good to catch up with my brother and see for myself how much he's grown. And quite frankly, I never had the chance to get to know White Rabbit. That said, a verbal agreement hardly means anything while the tower remains standing. And here I thought you were going to be the thoughtful one for once. Would it kill you to be more honest with your feelings? Look who's talking. You're no better than he is, you know. Don't let me together with him. They sure know how to go at it, but doesn't it seem like they get along perfectly? I can't help but agree after seeing them like this. You know what? Even I can kind of agree with that. They do kind of just... They get along in their own special way. Dr. Chrome at the food stall. Okay. I take it Chrome is at the food stall out here. They're not really saying where. Chroma! The situation in the city hasn't fully calmed down yet, so maybe I'll have enough to evacuate again, but standing around doing nothing was really starting to get to me, so here, I'm doing business again. If I was to recommend one of our dishes over any others, it would definitely be the acerbic tomato shake. One sip of this and you'll be ready to run a marathon. 18 of them! Are you sure that's rather a lot? Oh, absolutely. I know how hard you're all working for the good of Crossspell. Hopefully, the intense bitterness of these will bring you all together as one. Anyone who's never tried some is welcome to have a little taste, too. Well, a little wouldn't hurt. Wow, it's bitter, but it's also delicious. Ugh, you might want to see a doctor about your taste buds, girl. Oh, I can't stomach another sip. LP never ceases to amaze and disturb. Nadia didn't seem fazed by it either. She really didn't. But apparently, that's some good shit. So, random conversations. I don't think we need to care about the random conversations. You can see us back home for business if you want to play in there. Random conversations. It's just Imelda. We're probably going to ignore some of this stuff because it's nothing needed. So we're going to go to West Street next. And we're going to go to Tally's General Store and talk to Elsa. She's gonna build a snow castle or whatever the fuck she did in that movie. That's the bakery. Is this the general store? No, that's apartments. It said West Street. Ah, there's Tally's. My bad. What am I talking about? I haven't went through Crossspell enough, bro. Yuna, I wasn't expecting to see you in the neighborhood now of all times. And you're even with the Triple S at Class 7. It's quite a surprise to see you all together. I read what you all did in the special issue of the Crossbow Times. You must still be working so hard to clean up the newest mess. Yeah, we definitely got our work cut out for us, but we're working together to take care of it as soon as we can. What about all of you? How have you been feeling the last few days? Now that you mentioned it, both Elsa and I have been feeling a little bit hazy lately. Thankfully, that cleared up a little while ago. Momo and her friends came over to cheer us up, and I think they made all the difference. It did? That's good to hear. Well, what do you know? The Junior Triple S is going to put us out of business at this rate. They're a good bunch of kids, that's for sure. We're going to help distribute supplies to the evacuees now that we're feeling better. Rest assured, we'll be praying for your success in what's to come. Here, take these for the road. We're getting all kinds of good equipment, thanks. We'll be sure to put them to good use. Wish you get going. Stay safe, you too. So inside Tyler Johnson, make sure to purchase Crossbow Time's emergency issue. Buying this one should net you a trophy. Should, if I didn't fuck up. It did completely fill the book section of the notebook. Excludes something. Did I really finish off the book section? Really? Endless Morn? The Chosen One, if you say goodbye. Coco. Mortal Hero. That. Oh, we actually did. Cool. That's sick, actually. Excludes the Marksman of the Moonless Morn. I don't know. Okay. I'm not 100% sure if you also have to have all the books you can get inside the Reverie corridor shrines. If that's the case, check the respective pages for the books you can find. Well, apparently we're fine. Enter the abandoned law office now. Back to Pete and Ian. Okay. People thank you for heading with the... Okay, lead makes a comment about it. Remember we saw someone invisible. Do I remember that we saw someone invisible? That was so long ago, bro. Or was it him that was invisible? Either way, this seems like an interesting scene. Oh, it's you guys. Welcome. I'm glad you could make it. It's been a long time since I last saw so many of you, Lapis and her friends notwithstanding. Yeah, over 2 years. Part of me has wanted to visit you. I'm glad it's happening now. As am I. I had the opportunity to examine the citizens' body language on my way here. In typical Crossbellian fashion, they're doing their best to hang in there and keep their heads held high. I've noticed too. I'm sure many of them are scared deep down, but they're fighting it back and doing what they can to smile. Yes, I believe so as well. That's because they've overcome so many trials and tribulations, not just in the last few years, but for a very long time. It demonstrates just how misguided I was to try to take that strength away from them. I should have believed in their strength rather than use Kie and the Septarians' power to reshape reality and erase that perseverance. Fair. I've come to understand that more than ever. Mr. Grimwood, I'm glad you can believe in people again, but don't forget that you're one of them. Everything you said applies to you as well. That's why you've done everything you can to help Lapis and Crossbell, isn't it? You haven't given up. She's right, you're one of the people who's taught me how to be strong. Well, how strong humans can be. That's why I was able to regain the chance to rise up more through Rufus. Don't go excluding yourself. Excuse me. Perhaps you're right. I owe thanks to the both of you. Now then, I didn't come here to be nostalgic. It's about time we got to work. Did you bring the materials I asked for, Pete? Yes, sir. Here's the Register of Foreign Enterprises and Influential People. Huh? What do you need that for? The appearance of that tower has Calvert and the other nations on high alert. Something must be done to ease tensions, at our borders. That should buy time for all of you to take action. I'm not the civil servant I once was, but I'll use what connections I have remaining to help as best I can. You did have an international reputation, so I'm sure I'll be able to help in that regard. I appreciate the vote of confidence, and do be careful out there. I believe in you just the same. Thanks, we'll get through this. Oh, before I forget, I wanted to thank you guys for looking into those weird sounds coming from under the law firm on the day of the signing ceremony. Okay, I remember doing that now. Everyone operating underground was able to do so much more safely because you took on that wanted monster request. Wow, I forgot all about that. Feels like a lifetime ago. I do remember it now. That reminds me that I saw some sort of strange shadow down there that day. Something doesn't feel right. Maybe we should go back there to have another look. So, is it gonna let me go do that? That's the first one of 3. Okay, so that's the first of 3 important things. So fast travel to the Geofront's B sector / S2 depths and interact with the console. So the Geofront. How do you just fast travel to the Geofront? Is it in here? Is it in here? How do you just fast travel to... Oh! The S2 depth, it's right there. Okay. Whew! So how the fuck do we get down there? Interact with the console. So this is what he meant by going down and doing another boo, I take it? This was the terminal we used before during our investigation of the spirit veins. Yes, Tio and I were able to conduct a long-range spiritual power search using it, my god. Though the terminal has certainly seen better days. I can explain that. It was destroyed by an exploding arcade shortly before the signing ceremony, sadly. I intended to put in a repair order request with the Upside Foundation, but then, well, you know. Come to think of it, something about this terminal stuck out to Lloyd back then as well. Yeah. Oh, we seen the Emperor. That was way long ago. Would it be possible for you to still search through this terminal's data? It's fine if all that's left are fragments and traces. I just don't want to leave any stone unturned. I suppose there might not be much left to salvage, but I'll see what I can do. Would the 3 of you mind giving me a hand? I could use Elisa's help too. Okie dokie. This should be interesting. So do we just call upon Elisa? Yeah. Project Babel. I feel like I've seen this name before. Yeah, at the military factory. Project Babel? But we didn't have any leads on what it couldn't be the first time we came across it. I doubt it has nothing to do with the Retributive Tower, though. This project was likely what led to its creation. Is there any data on the project itself? Nothing left that could be analyzed, sadly. The memory port was heavily damaged. However, there were some records on the new Zauber sold-out models connected to the project that could still be read. According to this, they were designed and sent into production in August of last year, before the war began. Wait, that doesn't sound right. You're right, it doesn't make any sense. The final trigger that led to Elysium's creation came on the first day of the war, didn't it? Yes, without a doubt. That's when the wheels were set in motion. But if this record is to be believed, the Helmorn and the Asmodon existed before the war. That's impossible. I can confirm that as one of the Operation Jormungandr's leaders. Rest assured, we would have developed such weapons if we had them. Deployed, sorry. No one's refuting that, though it would mean the information of this memory quartz is incorrect, either deliberately or by mistake. All the records here seem to line up, though. Maybe our big takeaway should be that if they had been made before the war, then this is what... Oh, then this is what the files would look like? It doesn't change the fact that the tower is already active. None of this information is going to do us any good. It'd be one thing if this was lead. I'm going to try that again. After reading so much, my brain started to melt. It'd be one thing if there was a lead on how to disable it, but coming up empty-handed like this is a real waste of time. I've got to disagree with you there. Any information is valuable at this stage. Progress is progress. Though you're right about time being of the essence, we found all we can here, so let's get back to the surface. Okay. That's one of 3. So enter Morg's Bakery, so we're gonna go back to West Street. Ooh, what do we got for time? I'm gonna get a little bit more in on this episode. Oh, okay. Phew, I think we're finally done with our cleanup work. Well done, Oscar and Bennett. That was quite the firefight we had outside the bakery. At least now we can finally reopen for business, right, Bennett? Right, it's really been long enough. Still, it's only a matter of time until this brief calm is shattered again. Huh? What do you mean? In the end, Crossbow can't survive without Supreme Leader Rufus to guide us. We're so close to attaining everlasting peace. Why must the police and the CGF keep trying to prevent that? Bennett, take a breath. What the heck's gotten into you? What's gotten into me? How can you be so ignorant, Dad? You've seen that tower. As long as we have that, nobody will think twice about trying to lay a hand on Crossbow ever again. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? No, not Bennett, too. Oh, hey, you guys. Thanks for coming to everyone's aid once again. I'm sorry to say we're a little preoccupied at the moment. We're not open for business yet. I think you've got more pressing issues than opening the bakery right now, Oscar. Is Bennett alright? Well, as I'm sure you've noticed, the rest of the townspeople are all back to normal, thanks to you guys freeing everyone. But for some reason, Bennett still hasn't snapped out of it. Oh no, that poor girl. I guess the effects of the brainwashing hasn't worn off of her yet. Yes, although such cases are quite unusual. Maybe somehow the brainwashing resonated so deeply with her mind that it failed to wear off when it did for everyone else. Is such a thing really possible? I think so. The brainwashing probably controlled people by amplifying whatever anxieties they already had deep down. If so, Bennett must have already been carrying some serious worries about something. That could explain why her mind still seems to be shackled by its effects. When you put it like that, I have noticed that Bennett's been a real big worrywart for a while now. She kept making me swear I wouldn't go off to do anything else dangerous, maybe because I got injured during the war. That has to be it, I imagine. She must have thought that if another war broke out and you got drafted again, you might never come back. I could see that being the root of the cause of all this. Yeah, and then the brainwashing happened to hit at the worst time, and it spiraled out of control. Damn, the real question is, how do we help her? Hey, it's okay, Lloyd. Don't worry about it. I think I have an idea of what to do. Those of us at the bakery have our own unique approach to solving problems. And by that you mean... Yep, I'm going to bake some special new bread just for her and have her eat it. Okay, that just makes the most sense in the world, doesn't it? This won't be any old baguette either. The flavor's going to be so out of this world it'll bring her back to her senses. Pretty lofty aspirations for a loaf of bread, if you ask me. Well, I suppose we won't know until we try, even if I am more than a little skeptical. Actually, I think he's onto something. Bennett's a baker, too. If Oscar can somehow deliver a shock to her system that speaks to that pride, it could finally cure her. Plot device. Even if there's anyone out there capable of such a feat, certainly Oscar. Well, I'm convinced. I've actually already been preparing to make this bread just in case it came to this. Who knows how well it'll work, but it's definitely worth a shot. The only problem is that I'm having trouble finding all of the ingredients I need. It's going to take more time to track them down. I'm sorry to make you wait, Bennett. Hang in there a little bit longer. Hold on, Oscar. Let us help. We can track down what you need. Are you sure? You guys must have your hands full getting ready for your next big operation. Do you really have time? That's irrelevant. At this point, we won't be able to concentrate on the operation until we get this sorted out. What he said. We'd rather not have any regrets once this plan is underway. Much as I'd rather not have yet another thing to worry about, I guess I can dine to help. Us too, count us in. As long as we get some of that yummy new bread for ourselves, I'm happy to lend a hand. You guys, I don't know what I did to deserve this, thank you. Now, since you've been kind enough to offer, I owe you big time if you could score me some native bellberries. Sorry about my phone again. What are those? Yeah, I'm curious to know. I've obviously heard of bellberries. That's a common enough ingredient, but native ones? You see, most of the bellberries you find are actually unofficially cultivated. Native bellberries grow in the wild. Not only are they hardier, but they possess a different flavor too. They become trickier to harvest lately, though. Maybe a local vegetation has changed or something. I asked people who know the area around Amorica and even people who travel Maine's mountain path. They came up empty-handed. If that's the case, they could be growing somewhere along Ursula Road. Let's try searching some places that haven't seen much human activity recently. We may have some luck that way. Smart thinking. Thanks again, everyone. I appreciate you all taking the time to do this. I'll leave procuring the berries to you. We're going on a berry hunt. Detective Ren, Estelle, and the rest near the western exit for a scene, and it adds character notes as well. But good God, we have a lot of saves, and some of these are actually getting rather old up here, I think. I think we've... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because the prison and the Lloyd route. Oh, yeah, we can start saving up here again. We are big chilling on that, I do believe. We're going to save there anyway. I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We are going to end this one here for the day, so please comment, subscribe, tell me what you're thinking of the game, the series, the whole kit caboodle as we always do on this channel. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.